So I'm asked many times with coaching, what are the key mistakes that people make with their training as athletes, as runners? Doesn't matter whether they're beginners, improvers, seasons, campaigners, even elite athletes. We all make mistakes. We make mistakes as coaches. You need to learn from them so you're always progressing, and you need to be able to review. But there are some real common errors that people make. I think the first one I would talk about is the terrible twos. Too much, too soon, too often, too far. So it's really trying to build everything in a way that's just unrealistic and your body can't cope with. So the body needs to be able to recover, which we'll talk about later. The body needs a bit of time, which is patience, which we'll also talk about. So think about this. Think about building your volume carefully. Think about how the body adapts. Think a little bit about not increasing the amount of runs you do each week when you've been training well for weeks and weeks, perhaps with 3 or 4 runs or 5 runs. Think about suddenly not going out for an extra hour on your long run, which will inevitably lead to damage, and maybe that will mean that your body is sore for the next however many days, and that's where the injury comes from. So not too far, not too much, not too soon. Be careful. Patience, planning and progression would be my number 2. Runners often lack patience. It does take months and years for the endurance body, which is effectively strengthening your heart and strengthening your muscles, to become more efficient. So please take your time. Remember, Paula Radcliffe ran her marathon world records having been running for 20 years. So you're not necessarily going to become a great marathon runner or make the massive improvements in one race. It's going to take a number of years, number of races, and it's going to take you time. Have a plan. Make sure your plan's got some structure. Don't just go out for a run each day without thinking about it. Actually plan, maybe follow one of our training plans, or look at the date you have in mind where you want to run well and work back from that and build your training accordingly. Progress the training, so the training does gradually get harder. You don't just do the same thing all of the time. So that is my number 2, the big mistake that people make. Well, number 3 is very much a case of, I think, people just going out and expecting too much from their running, too much from themselves, and putting themselves under pressure. They actually start running wanting to love the sport and falling in love with the beauty of going outside and enjoying the great outdoors, but very quickly the pressure of trying to run faster, trying to improve, what you're seeing on social media, what other people are doing, starts to overwhelm you. Take a step back, enjoy your running, remember why you first ever put those running shoes on, and then get out there and enjoy yourself. My number 4 would be honest. Be honest with yourself at the same time. Be your own hardest critic, but do it in a positive way. It's very, very easy to get negative about your running at times and be the person that's making those excuses before you even go and do a race or before you even do a training session. Surround yourself with positive people and actually be positive about this wonderful journey that you're on. So believe in what you're up to and surround yourself with positive people. Maybe keep a training diary, and if you're one of those types that struggles to be positive about your training, maybe record every day why that run went well, why you loved it, what it is that was positive. So start to positively reframe things and put yourself in a position that is good. People try to train too fast. They don't respect recovery. So this is my number 5. It's very, very easy when something's going well, or you're very, very keen to push, and then suddenly it goes wrong. So last week you did the best run you've ever done. This weekend you did the best long run you've ever done. You are on the crest of a wave. Be careful. You're probably knocking on the door of it about to go wrong, and the fine line between you being successful and picking up that injury, that illness, or just chucking your shoes in the back of the cupboard and not running for months because, you know what, you just feel tired, could be around the corner. If it's going well, value your recovery, value your rest. The body gets fitter and stronger through rest and recovery. So sleep well, get your sleep in 7-8 hours a night if you can. Really focus on your nutrition and focus as much on recovery as you do on your training. And if you do that, you're probably going to maintain form for a long time. You'll keep building gradually and you'll run and enjoy yourself. But every now and then, take an extra rest anyway. Go out and enjoy yourself. go out and relax. If you've been running for 12 months without a break, you've been running far too much. Maybe every 3 or 4 months, have a really, really easy week or take a week off. Maybe every 6 months, have a week or 2 off. Take a break and then build into your next phase of training, set some new goals and climb that ladder and climb that mountain again. The body loves to work and then it loves to recover. And that is the way that clever training is built over the years. So good luck. There's some of my tips and some of my common mistakes that I see runners making. Train well.